Hello everyone, my name is Tewodros Mulugeta. I am from Kotebe Metropolitan University. Kotebe Metropolitan University is one of the universities in the country Ethiopia. It is found in the capital city of the country, Addis Ababa. The title of my talk will be Talent Search, an Ethiopian approach. I would say this is rather a personal view of what is being done to search talent or giftedness in an Ethiopian condition. To begin with, let me say something about the educational system, particularly before college. As you can see here, we have a pre-primary, which is KG1, KG2, or there are other systems naming for those actually, depending on where the students are attending, the government or the private schools. Here we have another one, the next level, the primary level from grade 1 up to grade 6. The next level is the middle school. The middle school is between grade 7 and 8. And we have secondary school with 2 cycles. The first cycle is between grade 9 and 10. And the other cycle is between grade 11 and 10. Here, you see that we have primary school leaving certificate examination at grade 6, and we also have at grade 8, which is middle school leaving certification, and we have the last one, which will be given on grade 12 and Ethiopian higher education entrance certification examination. This is the overall system of the country. This is based on the information obtained from the Ministry of Education, the report between the year 2019 and 2020 report. We have this category and percentage of enrollment. When we see the early childhood care and education, the enrollment in the country is about 45%. Going to the primary school, the enrollment is 100%, or sometimes it could go above 100%, which means parents could send their kids early age before they are ready for primary school. That's why it goes above 100%. The other one is secondary school enrollment percentage. It is about 40%, not more than that. As you can see, there is a decreasing nature from primary school to secondary school, which means there is a huge amount of dropouts, more than 60%. Since the talk is on talent search or giftedness, let me go directly to the point. Where is the talent? We don't know where if we don't know where the talent is, actually it is quite difficult to get the talent. So we need to know where the talent is. In my perspective, the talents are in schools and in the society, of course. So we need to search that talent which is bounded in the schools and in the society. In our perspective, we have 2 ways of hunting talent, I would say. The first one is by using science-shared campuses. We use these science-shared campuses so that we can foster or utilize giftedness, and we can mentor them so that they can develop their talent. This is done by recruiting academically outstanding students and to mentor them in the best affordable condition. Actually, in our case, we recruit and train students based on the university facilities, which means the public universities, they are responsible to recruit and train these outstanding students. So they are called science-shared campuses. For instance, we have Kotebe Metropolitan University has a science shared campus in the capital city. It is the only science shared campus in Addis Ababa. Now it is coaching more than 350 outstanding students in the city. There are other universities who are doing this. For instance, you can take Bahar Dar University. It is one of the universities in the country again. And we have also science shared campuses in Hawassa University, Mekelle University, and some other universities. This nice picture is a picture of these students from Kotebe Metropolitan University Science Shared Campus. If once they are admitted, since these students are so outstanding, they need a highly qualified type of mentoring. Therefore, when we train students in science shared campuses, we mentor or we keep quality by using university staffs for teaching. And the other one is we tried to make the teaching or the mentoring kind of practically oriented training. Besides, for this mentoring, university facilities are being used. For instance, laboratories and workshops are being utilized. These students are quite different. They're outstanding. They ask too many questions, so they need answers. So that the mentor has to be someone who can really give them the answers or show them where they can get the answers for their questions. Plus, who can mentor them so that they can develop their giftedness or they can develop their talent. First one is science shared campus that we search or we hunt talent. The second one is STEM centers. In this case, we have STEM centers, almost more than 22 universities which are diffused all over the country are establishing STEM centers. As I've said, just like the science shared campuses, the STEM centers are university-based establishments. We have more than 45 public universities in the country which are diffused all over the country. So as I've said, about 22 universities are starting STEM centers in different capacities, of course. What we have in Hawassa universities might be different from what we have in Bahar Dar University. And there is also a variation in capacity. So this is another method of STEM centers are the ways that we are hunting talent. In this case, we may not focus on these academic results, or students shouldn't be academically outstanding to be in the STEM centers. What we need here is talent, because students sometimes can perform or may perform low in schools, and they could have some outstanding talent that could really solve problems. That's why we're searching this talent by using STEM centers. We have different kinds of STEM centers mentoring modalities. We have summer programs, we have after-school programs. We could also have something different, which only admits girls. For instance, there was one girls can code in one of the STEM centers in the country. Here we admit students between 5 up to 12th grade level, depending on their interest. And they will be trained in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So the training can be between 2 up to 6 months. Actually, some of the STEM centers are also considering having kids programs so that kids can be interested to science while they are in their early ages, means below grade 5. Here we have stakeholders who are supporting both the Science Shared Campus program and the STEM Centers program. The first one is Ministry of Science and Higher Education. This is responsible for all the activities in higher educational institutes. So this is supporting the activities, the Science Shared Campus and the STEM Center activities. Now we have a national framework which is prepared by Moshe that guides the activities, particularly STEM activities and Science Shared Campus as part of the STEM initiatives included. The other is Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education is responsible for the pre-college education system. So that is also supporting the stakeholder, one of the stakeholder for the Science Shared Campuses and the Ministry of STEM Centers. The other is Ministry of Innovation and Technology. This is working closely, the minister is working closely with the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Science and Higher Education. There are also other NGOs which are working closely, STEM Synergy and STEM Power. They mainly support by providing equipment and other facilities. Of course, we have key challenges in doing this work, but it both the works, Science Shared Campus and STEM Center activities. One of the challenges is limited space. As I've said earlier, they are university-based. So the universities for some other activities. So there are only limited space for Science Shared Campus and STEM Center. So that is one problem. The other is shortage of laboratory and workshop facilities and equipment. The problem here is we may not find the necessary equipment for the laboratories and for the workshops, for STEM laboratories and STEM workshops in the country. That is one problem. The other problem is budget shortage. Both Science Shared Campus and STEM Centers budget is a very small proportion of the university budget. So there is a shortage in budget. Lack of trained personnel, particularly in STEM related subjects. To be honest, we almost do not have personnel who are trained specifically for STEM. So that's the biggest challenge. However, we have all these shortcomings. The motivation of students and the drive of instructors is showing results. One of the reasons that we are getting some results is both Science Shared Campus and STEM Center enrollment is for free. It is free of any charge, and it is regardless of anyone's or students' social and financial background. The second one is the university is making it one of their properties. We have different universities, so they are trying to make it their own properties, number one priorities. Sorry. So, for instance, I said that Barnard University and Kotebe Metropolitan University are pioneer for this work, particularly the Science Shared Campus. So all the universities are trying to get or to share experience. So there is a lot of experience sharing going on now, which means we shows that universities are giving due emphasis for this as well. The other is parents trust the programs. Why it's successful? Because parents trust the program. I don't know how it goes in other countries, but in our scenario, university-based systems are trusted for their quality. So parents trust these programs because they are university-based. The other reason why we're getting results is the mass and other forms of media are playing a great role here. there is a media coverage for talented or gifted students, and they are coming from different parts of the country, and we're seeing them now and then in medias. So that's giving some results. Plus, lecturers or the staffs who are teaching these students are so committed. This commitment is because of the students' performance. For instance, if you take Science Trade Campus, the students are quite outstanding. So these staffs, they don't really want to lose this potential of this outstanding thinking of the students. So they engage themselves as much as they can, whatever it takes. They do whatever it takes so that they can give something to this fascinating and outstanding students. Yeah, we have some achievements so far. One of the achievements is that students are getting a chance to pursue further in their life, but in their professional life. They are getting opportunities in beyond international universities. This is a very good opportunity. The other is students are starting their own business. For instance, some of them who were trained in STEM centers are selling their ideas, or they start their own business, or they start incubating their ideas to sell them or to bring out some products. So these are our achievements so far. This is the end of my talk. Thank you for listening. If you have a question, I'm happy to answer. Thank you very much.